If you are struggling to create content, I want you to ask yourself this question. Is my problem actually how to create content, or is my problem what kind of content do I even create? In this video, I would like to help you overcome that obstacle by discovering your personal brand. I'm Amanda Horvath, and I'm all about helping business owners and entrepreneurs leverage the power of video without breaking the bank or taking up tons of their time. So if you're looking to use video in your strategy this year, then be sure to subscribe and click the bell to be notified every time I release a new video. When you are creating a personal brand, you are really showing the world who you are online. And if you ask yourself the question right now, who are you? It's surprisingly so much harder to answer than it at first seems. You might say, oh, I'm Amanda, or I do video marketing, or I have a YouTube channel, or whatever. And we identify ourselves with these things that aren't truly us. So in this video, I want to help you get to the bottom of who you are and help you develop a content strategy that supports that and gets you to where you want to go. Step 1, create space. Imagine there's this little pond and someone is running in circles in that pond. The water is going to get really murky and cloudy, and you're not going to be able to see to that bottom of the pond. But let's say there's no one in the water and it's nice and still and crystal clear and you can see directly to the bottom. Well, our minds are very much that way too. Whenever we are in a go, go, go society, which we all live in these days with setting goals, driving and accomplishing constantly, checking off things off our to-do lists, we are creating murky waters within our brain. So when we go to try to figure out who am I, what's my deeper calling in life, these things are so much harder to connect with, because it requires us to really take a step back and slow down in order to determine them. Kind of unplug from the matrix, so to say, and step into your feminine. So there's the masculine world, which is the go, 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 and these are just energies, right? So whether you're man or female, male or female, we both deal with these. So the masculine world of go, 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 in order to really tap into our purpose and our calling and our feeling world to a certain extent, we need to slow down and step into the feminine world, which allows for flow and exploration. So I have 2 ideas for you for how to slow down and create space in your life. The first suggestion that I have for you is to create a meditation practice, a seated meditation practice. So all you have to do is set a timer on your phone for 10 to 20 minutes, and during that time, the only thing you are going to do is breathe and count your breaths. And the counting your breath is just helping you calm your mind from thinking about your neighbor's dog barking and that person's dog led you to another thought, to another thought, to another thought. You're catching yourself whenever you're finding your mind spiraling out, and you say, okay, come back to counting my breaths. And then you just keep counting your breaths until the timer goes off. Now, some of you might be saying, okay, well, I struggle with sitting still. So if that is you, the other way to create space in your life is to leave your phone at home. This is huge. You're going to recognize a major shift whenever you get away from this device that we're all addicted to. Leave your phone at home and go on a walk around your neighborhood. If you have to put on a mask, or hopefully you could stay 6 feet away from each other in your neighborhood, and just do the same thing that you would be doing if you were sitting still. Just count your breaths, pay attention to the texture of the trees, look down the street as far as you can. Just do whatever you can to really calm your mind. So that's the first step, is just to create space. Don't put pressure on yourself to really determine who you are or anything like that. Just slow the mind down and know that that will come with time. Step 2, look to your past. Personally, I am a super future-oriented person. I'm constantly looking to the future and saying, where am I going? How am I going to get there? And I find that whenever a lot of people are starting with developing their personal brand, they develop that personal brand based on where they think they are going rather than where they currently are and where they came from. This creates imposter syndrome because you look at the person of who you want to be, and you realize your lack because you're not there yet. So instead, we want to reduce imposter syndrome by looking to our past. Now, the great thing about the past is when you really start to analyze where you came from, you're going to recognize that there's some patterns that are popping up, these major categories that have really kind of popped up in your life over and over again. And I really believe that this is the greater power's way of telling you what your life purpose is. So I've developed an exercise that is pulled directly from my online course that I wanted to give access to you guys, because all my customers, they've said, this has completely changed the way that I've been thinking about creating content, and they really say that it's really helped them develop their personal brand. And it's an exercise that I call the patterns exercise. It gives you 3 different ways to analyze your past and pick up on these major categories so that you can really tap into what is my life mission and what is the message that my life is trying to share. I'm telling you, you are going to gain so much clarity through doing this exercise. So if you're interested in that, you can go ahead and grab that using the link in the description below. Step 3, determine your why. If you don't know why you are creating content in the first place, then you are never going to prioritize it. So now that you've determined who you are by looking at your past and determining that, then you can look forward to your future and say, where am I going? And how will building an online presence help me get there? If you don't have a strong enough why to connect those two together, then you're never going to actually take action to creating content. For me personally, when I was first starting, I knew that I wanted to eventually be a mom. And that drove me to get out of my service-based business and step more into the online course business, which was more of a passive income stream than me trading time for money. Because I knew that that is why I was creating content, because I knew if I could build an audience, then it'd be more likely that I could sell my courses, then it actually drove me to put a time block on my calendar and say, this is a priority in my life, because I know it's going to help me get there. So you have to do that as well, where you really connect the two together. Why are you creating content? And how is that going to help you get to where you are going? Once you do that, put a time block on your calendar, and it doesn't matter what you do during that time block. You could just stare at your computer at a blank screen as you are attempting to write your script, but you know at least that you are prioritizing your future over, say, just client work, which is easier to do and getting you nowhere. So what is your why? Go ahead and drop that in the comment section below. Step 4, take the leap. It is so easy to get caught up in all of this thinking and trying to figure out who you are, why you're creating content in the first place, but eventually you're just going to have to take a leap and start before you are ready. This is the beautiful thing about video and creating content. It's a two-way conversation with you and your audience. If you're just alone trying to think of everything, then you don't know what your audience is thinking. So you need to create content, get feedback, come back, create more content, get feedback, come back. And throughout that process, you are going to gain so much clarity. The reason I say that is because clarity comes with action. You are going to think you are starting at this place, and over time you are going to gravitate to being over here as you slowly find your audience, find what they need, find the things that you're passionate about talking about. You are going to kind of go on this journey and really be led by what I like to call the spiritual teacher that is video. So if you ever find yourself overwhelmed in trying to just brainstorm, just remember, clarity comes with action. Overwhelm and action can't coexist. So all I need to do is take imperfect action. Spend some time working through these steps and know that it's not going to happen overnight, and that once again, you are going to have to take a leap before you have it fully figured out. Now, next week, I'm going to be diving into how your personal brand relates to your business. So if you are not already subscribed, be sure to do so and click the bell to be notified whenever that video drops. If this video is helpful, be sure to click like, drop a comment below letting me know, and I'll see you in the next video.